former WBO Heavyweight Champion of the world, Joseph Parker, who is going to join us live from Dublin, where he is in training camp, and Queensland's own Django Opelu, a former Australian champion, who is coming off a really special victory here in Melbourne against Hemia, where he dethroned an undefeated Kiwi heavyweight. He has had a fight since then, which ended in a draw, but as we talk to Django Opelu, it must give you great confidence what you were able to do against someone of the stature of Hemia.
Yeah, definitely. Hemia was a big fighter, and I came in and I did what I did, and we got the win, and that's what we came for.
And how does that make you feel ahead of a fight now for the Commonwealth Heavyweight Title against the former Heavyweight Champion of the world in Joseph Parker?
You know, Joseph Parker, he's a different fighter from Hemia, so taking nothing away from Joseph Parker. He's a good fighter, and he's full respect to him. He's done what he's done to be up at the level that he is at now, and I'm just honoured to have this opportunity to fight him.
Clearly you're not here to make up the numbers though. Why are you confident you can beat Joseph Parker?
No, I'm confident because I'm confident and I know myself and what I can do, and just overall, I'm a fighter. I'm here to entertain, and I'm sure Parker is as well, and we're here to entertain the crowd and put a show on for everyone.
What would it mean to you to win a Commonwealth Heavyweight Title and to have a name like Joseph Parker in your resume?
Oh, a lot for me. It's a life-changing opportunity for me, and obviously, again, I thank Parker for giving me this opportunity to show and see what I can do as a fighter. It's a life-changing opportunity, and I can't wait to get in there.
You stopped Hemia here. Are you confident you can stop Joseph Parker?
Look, I'm confident that I could win. But we'll see on the night.
Let's talk now to the former heavyweight champion of the world, Joseph Parker, who is in training camp in Dublin. Joe, Ben Damon here in Melbourne. Great to be chatting with you. Great to have you finally coming to Australia to have a professional fight. We've seen you here watching big shows and being a part of big shows, but gee, it's been a long time we've been talking about you fighting here. How does it feel that it's finally happening?
Firstly, I want to say thank you to George, Matt, known in the boxing, David Higgins, and everyone that's come together to make this fight happen. And big credit to Django for taking this fight and stepping up. The fight has been offered to many others, and he stepped up. And like myself, Django is Samoan, so naturally he's going to have that warrior spirit in him. I'm excited to come to Australia, and the reason why is because I haven't fought there as a professional. I have a lot of support from the Aussies over the years. I have a lot of family that live in Australia, so I know that when fight time comes, the crowd and the atmosphere is going to be crazy, filled with Aussies, filled with Samoans, filled with New Zealanders, and filled with everyone else. And I'm very excited and I can't wait.
Not only are you fighting in Australia as the first time for a pro, but you're getting to fight for the Commonwealth Heavyweight Title. Obviously you've won a world title previously, but it's still a belt that holds a bit of sway.
Listen, that belt, another exciting point is fighting for that belt. And there's been many great fighters that fought for it and won it, so to have the opportunity to fight for it, or Django in Australia, it's going to be big, it's going to be very big.
How's training going in Dublin? We've seen your social media. Clearly you've started working very hard for this fight. What are you up to at the moment, and where are your preparations?
Listen, I think training has been incredible so far. It's important to put into practice the training that I've been doing with Andy, and I think the best way of doing that is fighting. And when I spoke to my manager at the beginning of the year, I made it clear to him that I wanted to be busy this year. And my goal was to lock in 4 fights for this year. So when the opportunity came from Matt and known in the boxing and George, I took it with both hands. Because I know Opelu, Django, has been in the ring with Lucas Brown, Justin Sirini, and even Hemia Ohio. He's put on a great show, and he's put on a great effort in his fights. And saying that, I'm not underestimating him at all. As we see in the division, it all comes down to fight night, and could be anyone's night. So I'm putting in the hard work. Like every other can, eating very good, training very hard, jumping in cold water, which is part of my routine now, and I'm just getting good rest. Not tonight, but I think tomorrow night onwards I'm going to get good rest.
You've got a very high-profile friend and training partner in Tyson Fury. There's a lot of talk about whether he's going to be making the trip for this fight and what role he'll play in your preparations. Can you tell us where Tyson's at and whether he's coming?
Yeah, so I spoke to him last week, and he said he is going to make the trip down. And I think if he locks in a fight, it might be different. Circumstances might be different, but he said he will come down to support myself, to support the event, to actually meet a lot of fans that he has in Australia. So he hasn't been on that side of the world, so I had good 2 weeks training with Tyson. Now I'm here in Ireland, focusing on camp, training with Andy, and if he can make it down, it'll be great.
Yeah, well, that is truly exciting news. Where are you at in terms of your professional career, Joseph? Clearly you've reached the highest of the highs. Do you believe you can win another heavyweight world title?
I believe I can win another world heavyweight title. It just takes time. And after that fight with Joe Joyce, obviously I went down, I came back with a win. I need to keep winning from now on. I can't afford to lose. But I know I can achieve that goal again, to be two-time world champion.
And just a word on the event here in Melbourne, a city that you've spent a lot of time in, and this undercard as well that features David Naika, someone you know very, very well, and Nikita Zhu against Benjamin Bomber. Some thoughts on this big show here in Melbourne?
I think it's going to be absolutely tremendous. It's going to be a great show. And Nolan Boxing put on great events. That last one they put on was amazing. It's going to be good to see my mate David Naika there and see the rest of the undercard, but David Naika sort of left me here in England, moved to Australia, and now he's set up there, so it'll be good to catch up. But I'm looking forward to seeing all the other fights on Fight Night.
And if you would, just some final words for your opponent, Django Opelu, who will be standing opposite you fighting for this Commonwealth Heavyweight title on the 24th of May.
Oh, Django, a lot of respect. Thank you so much for taking the fight also. But my job when I get into the ring is I'm going to outbox you and I'm going to outsmart you. I'm going to show you the reason why there's levels in the sport, and I'm going to show you my experience. So I'm looking for, listen, if the knockout comes, it'll be a lovely, lovely night, and I look forward to dancing in the ring with you.
Great to hear from you, Joseph. I know you've got up at an ungodly hour to join us. Any final words that you have for the people here in Australia or everyone watching, considering coming to this event or watching it live on Main Event?
Listen, watch it live, come to the event. It's going to be a great night. I look forward to seeing you all there.
Thank you so much. That is the former heavyweight champion of the world, Joseph Parker, of course. He will headline this show against Django Opelu. It's going to be a belter. You'll see it on the 24th of May, a Wednesday night at Margaret Court Arena here in Melbourne, or live on Main Event. Thanks so much for joining us for this press conference as we head back to Megan Barnard.